How's it going, everybody? My name's Warner Fields with Fields at Profit. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller and full-time student, and in this video I'm going to be trying to take you just as simply as possible through kind of a step-by-step process how you can take an online arbitrage from zero, or maybe you're doing a couple $100s a month, maybe $1,000 a month, all the way up to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. This last month I did about $63,000 with online arbitrage, doing pretty much the exact same thing I'm going to show you guys in this video. I think it's a really awesome opportunity to get your feet wet in Amazon and maybe eventually go into wholesale or private label, or build a giant online arbitrage operation, hire some VAs, all kinds of options to make a lot of money on Amazon. But before we jump into that, if you want to check out my completely free Discord down below, it's an awesome resource for you guys. We talk ungating, we talk sourcing questions, any questions you guys have, I'm sure our awesome community in there will help you answer. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. So the first step's pretty obvious. If you don't already have an Amazon Seller Central account, go ahead and set one up. If you don't have an LLC or a corporation or anything like that, you can actually structure yourself as just a sole proprietor, and then you're going to use your social security number on your sign up. When you first sign up for the account, you're going to have to answer a couple questions basically to verify that you're a real person. They're going to call you, but it's a really simple sign-on process. But that's the first step. After that, you can go ahead and start sourcing using just Keepa. This is what I'd recommend if you're just starting out in online arbitrage. Maybe you're doing a little bit of sales already. You're just going to need this software here called Keepa. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it, but what you're going to do with this to actually find products to sell is you're going to go over here to Amazon, and now we're going to find other sellers who are doing retail or online arbitrage and kind of maybe steal a little bit of ideas from them. So we're going to go over here. We're going to check this product out. Now, probably these products aren't going to be profitable, but what it is going to do is give you essentially a list of companies who are doing online arbitrage or retail arbitrage. So we're just going to go ahead and look through their storefront. And the reason we need Keepa is to validate that it's actually selling for the price that we think it might sell for here. So what you're going to be looking for, here's another Chrome extension I'd recommend for you guys. This one right here is called DS Amazon Quick View. It's completely free, and it'll help you with this sourcing method because it'll help you see if Amazon's on the listing. So a lot of these Amazon's on the listing. I know a lot of you guys are gated in Nike. Let's see if we can find something that could be interesting here on these. Lots of Amazon, lots of Nike. This could be interesting. We can go ahead and check that out. These crystal lights I've looked at a million times. None of them are profitable. We can check out these filters here. Let's see what we got. We got this guy. This might be interesting here. And we've got this. So let's go ahead and see if we can find anything just off of this here. So the reason you want Keepa is to actually validate. So down here we can see that the prices have very consistently been selling for this $8.30 price, meaning it's probably going to be difficult to actually make any profit here. But it looks like Walmart is selling these for $1.77, so there's probably no profit here. But just to show you how it would work, you're going to use another free Chrome extension up here. This one's FBA Calculator. It's by Seller App. It's completely free. So it's been selling for like $8.50. You could probably sell it for $9 here. But you're going to be paying $3.50 for it. So as you can see, after your fees and everything, definitely not worthwhile. So you're just going to move on to the next one. See if we can find this. We got replacement humidifiers. And you'll also get kind of a feel for what's good and what's not. We've got them for $4 here from Walmart, but unfortunately it looks like they're actually out of stock over here. So we'll keep moving. I don't think that would be profitable anyway. Sometimes if you find a profitable item on Walmart, like let's say we could pay $3 a filter, pay $6 for both filters, that'd be a 20% profit margin. ROI is pretty decent, would be pretty decent on that. You could actually go over here and there's going to be a, well, there usually is a button that says request to email me. In this case, there's not, weird glitch, but there's a little tip for you. Naturally, when I'm trying to show you guys, it doesn't work. So we're gonna see if we can find this guy here. Looks like he might be a Hobby Lobby find. This one down here is listed for $4. See what's going on here. Is this the same thing here? No, this is blue and that's green. So it's possible that this is probably a Hobby Lobby product that people are buying with a coupon of some kind. But maybe when that coupon comes back, there's something interesting there. Keep your eyes peeled for a Hobby Lobby coupon maybe. But let's go ahead and see if we can find this one here. So you can see the roughly how the process works here. This will be the last one. It's definitely tedious, but it's worthwhile, especially considering the fact that you don't have to pay for an expensive sourcing software when you first start. You just need $20. And if you're saying this looks really slow, I actually still use this method myself in some specific cases where if you can find, so it works a little better if you go to a product that you know is profitable. So I'll go to products that I know are profitable, the ones that I'm selling, look at the other sellers on that listing, and those tend to be higher quality storefronts to stock. So once you find your first good listing, this is going to be a lot more successful for you. Looks like this one is $10. This one's selling for $17. Definitely not going to be enough meat on the bones here, but at least at this point where there's a little tiny bit of profit, definitely not enough to make it worth it. But that's how you would use Keepa to actually start sourcing product. Like I said, it is tedious. I'm probably not going to find anything in 5 minutes here on camera, but you will find those awesome replenishables. The nice part about doing OA is that when you find a product, you can actually just sell it over and over and over again, versus retail arbitrage or books, where you might have to go source clearance or go source thrift stores for one-off items. If I find one item that's profitable from Walmart at retail price, I can sell those for months. One of my top selling products right now is just a 2-pack of something from Walmart. I've been buying for retail for literally months. It's been an awesome replen for me. So those are the things you're going to be looking out for when you're doing manual sourcing. And the benefits of doing manual sourcing also is that you will not have to be using a software, and the softwares tend to miss some things. So you, as a human, naturally will see things that tactical arbitrage or whatever software you want to use at scale, those items would actually be seen better by you, like multi-packs and bundles and that kind of stuff is going to be a lot easier to find as a regular old human. So the next thing I would recommend, now that you know how to source products using Keepa, you've got your Amazon seller account set up, which, by the way, once you start selling 40 units a month, make sure you upgrade your seller account to the $40 a month plan. That not only is that going to allow you to integrate these new tools that I'm about to introduce you to, but it's also going to save you $1 per unit on your fees. If you don't pay for the subscription, then you're going to be paying an extra $1. So it actually breaks even at 40 units a month. So definitely don't miss out on that. I've heard some horror stories about people who pay that fee for way too long. But now that you know how to source, now that you've been selling maybe a replen or two, you've got a couple clearance products you found doing this, then you're going to be ready to upgrade your software. Let's say you're doing $3,000 a month is where I generally recommend that you actually go ahead and dive into Be Cool. This is the repricer that I personally use. It's really powerful. You can start out for $25 a month. If we go over here to pricing, that's the wrong one. Let's go to Pricing Central. See, we've got $25 a month here. And if you want to go annually, it gets even cheaper, but $25 a month for the cheapest plan here. And you've actually got 1,000 listings available. So especially since you're going to be doing OA to first start out, you probably won't have more than 50, maybe 100 listings at this point, and that's, you probably have 10 to 20 that are actually active to get to a couple $1,000s a month in sales. So this is definitely all you're going to need. Once you get to scale, I personally use this one here, the AI repricing plan, because this has 10 I guess AI slots versus this one has 1,000. I definitely have more than 10 products that I need AI repricing for, but the AI repricer is super powerful. I wouldn't recommend you get the AI repricer until you're doing probably $10,000 in sales, maybe 8, something like that, to make the upgrade generally worth it. But it did increase my buy box percentage. But when you first start out, this $25 a month plan is going to be totally fine here. But let me show you how it works just real quick. So this is what the interface looks like. I used to use it for books, which I probably wouldn't recommend anymore, just because you do have to set a minimum and a maximum price for every single product. But the benefit of that, especially for online arbitrage, is you can protect your profits. So some repricers will actually go way too low. They might even make you lose money just chasing those sales. But in this case, you can say, hey, I don't want this to sell for less than $12. So you'll never ever lose money unless you tell Be Cool that you're okay with losing money. Maybe you're liquidating a product or something like that. But there's all kinds of different repricing rules you can use. With the AI, you can do different things with the AI. You can also set up Be Cool repricing rules to do different things. With the $25 plan, up in this corner right here, there's going to be a video about how to set up your rules for Be Cool, the $25 plan. That's going to make it a lot better. I've gotten some really good feedback on that video. So if you're starting using Be Cool, if you want to set up Be Cool in the near future, go ahead and check that out. I've heard people who have had good success with that as their guide. But so you can see, you're just going to put in your minimum price and your maximum price. It'll show you how much repricing it's doing if you want to look at your history report. So you can see what kind of changes it's doing. It'll change your prices every 15 minutes, which is really powerful. Once you get to a couple $1,000s a month in sales, it's really going to boost you up to that next level. And then the next software I'd recommend, see how all these costs are synced in here. These costs are actually sent here from Inventory Lab. And Inventory Lab is going to be your listing software. Inventory Lab has all kinds of awesome features. I use it all the time to send in shipments. It's going to actually streamline the process. You'll pair this with a new tool that you're going to purchase. You're going to purchase a Dymo label printer, or you can go Rollo or I think Zebra. Those people vary on what they like. I personally use a Dymo 450 Turbo. You'll get a roll of labels, and then when you actually go ahead and list something, so let's say we were going to go ahead and sell this product here. You would just type in the ASIN up here. You would select it here, and then you are just going to type in all the information you've got about it. You can punch in a supplier, so you can actually track how profitable each supplier is. It'll also track the category for you. It'll tell you what size it is for your shipping, for your storage purposes on Amazon. It'll also tell you if you need prep. So in this case, it doesn't need any prep. You'll just slap one of those FNSKU labels over the barcode. But if it needs a polybag or something like that, Inventory Lab would warn you, which is a really nice feature. You can punch in your quantity, you can punch in your cost, so it actually does your bookkeeping for you as well. And you can set up custom SKUs. You can see in this case, I've got my supplier, I've got my date listed, I've got my buy cost, and then just a random number that it assigns to it. You'll also want to punch in your expiration date. So this is medicine, so it would expire in a year or two, something like that. But that's going to be required. So it's going to help you really streamline that listing process, because it is a little bit tedious when you're listing with Amazon Seller Central when you're first starting. But the reason I don't recommend to start with it is because it's $50 a month. If you have a decent starting budget, then go ahead and hop right in, get the tools you need. But I know most people don't have the luxury of starting with quite a bit of money. So this is kind of a step-by-step for bootstrapping yourself up. So you can also track some nice accounting with this. So I'll show you my category profitability here. So this is the last month of my sales. You can filter by profit, ROI, what you still have left, all kinds of stuff. And it will actually show you the breakdown, and to help you inform your decisions. So you can see for me, beauty has been doing really well, almost 100% ROI in beauty right now. These have been 35% ROI-ish, which is pretty standard. Books are really high naturally because those are really cheap, and you can just go down the line, see what's been generating most of your profit for you. But you can see last 60 days I did 58,000, and then it was about 11,000 in profit, and that's net after all your costs and everything. So that's a nice little feature. You can also track your suppliers. I unfortunately can't show you that because it's got some wholesalers and stuff in there. And you can also even go down to SKU and ASIN, and I wish I could show you that, but I got to make some money too, you know. So after you have used these tools for a little bit, you're doing $3,000 a month. You'll get up to, let's say, 5,000, 6,000, somewhere around there. And then at that point is where you'll want to get this software here. This is the software that I use to do almost all of my product sourcing. I have my VAs, my virtual assistants, who still do manually sourcing. I do a tiny bit of manual sourcing by myself, but if I'm sourcing, I'm almost always using tactical arbitrage. You're basically just going to set up scans of whatever website that you maybe it has a good coupon deal, or you just want to scan. So for example, if you just want to set up a scan of Walmart beauty, you could scan pretty much every beauty product on Walmart, see if anything's slipping through the cracks. But you're probably not going to find anything like that because everyone else with tactical arbitrage is doing that exact thing, which is where you want to go through the effort of finding barriers to entry. So an example is you want to find coupons. So right here we've got some buy one get one free from Walgreens vitamins, plus a coupon code or anything like that. Or it looks like this might be off of toys, but so in this case you'd go over here, shop now. You could shop from, let's go to these vitamins right here. You'll just grab this link. We've got 88 items for it to search through. You could do it yourself, or you can do it the lazy way and have your software do it for you. Go here, start page is 1. How many pages do we have here? We've got 2 pages right there. And then down here on your source price adjustments, since it's buy one get one 50% off, you're going to go 25, and then you're also going to pair this with Rakuten, which is another thing I should have mentioned way earlier in the video. Definitely be using Rakuten. You can see over the last couple months or so, I've racked up almost $2,000 in cash back. This quarter is not going to be as good for me. Last quarter, my check from Rakuten was $1,200. That was awesome. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and see what is Walgreens offering in terms of cash back. Looks like we're looking at up to 3%. Sometimes that's broken down by different categories and stuff. So right here you can see all other is going to be 2%. So we're going to be adding 2% cash back here, plus our 2% or so from our credit card. You can even factor in the sales tax. If you are paying sales tax on your items, maybe you want to ship it to a prep center in a sales tax free state. You could take out the sales tax, and then on your costs and fees, you could say cost to prep a product is $1 or whatever your prep center charges. So there's all kinds of ways to customize this. And then down here, there's a search button. I guess it's hiding behind me, but you go ahead and hit search down there, and then you'll be good to go. But that is kind of a brief introduction on tactical arbitrage. After that, you'll go ahead and scan through this data. You'll use your knowledge of Keepa that you've been learning. I would personally look for products that sell pretty consistently. This one's selling decently consistently. The sales rank stays under 100,000. I like to see that. And the buy box line is very consistent. It looks like these pictures don't quite match up, not quite the same product. So it is a game of figuring out what's actually a match. So in this case, you're going to be basically trying to use tactical arbitrage to get through the bad ones as fast as possible. In my opinion, the ones that are awesome products stick out really like a sore thumb. It's awesome to see those. But the difficult part is going to be getting through all the junk on TA, which is where your filters will come into play. I have a lot more in-depth videos on tactical arbitrage if you're interested in making the leap to tactical arbitrage. I think it is, in my opinion, the best way to take your OA business to the next level. I wouldn't recommend starting with it just because it is kind of expensive. Again, unless you have a good startup budget, then go for it. But if you want to check out that video, there's going to be up here a lot more detailed video about tactical arbitrage. There are some other awesome features within tactical arbitrage. Like you can see, this is the reverse search. You can actually reverse search. So earlier we were searching through this seller's storefront. So we could actually just take his merchant ID here, type it in here, and then search, and TA would just manually do that or automatically do that work we used to do for us. Again, tactical arbitrage is going to let some stuff slip through the cracks. That's the downside to using a sourcing software. But if you find a storefront with thousands of products, it might be worth it to go ahead and throw it in here, see what you find. I used to do a lot of this and found decent success with it, but now I've been doing a lot more of coupon deals. Like I said, all kinds of ways to make money on Amazon, you guys. Whatever method you want, you can probably find a way to make it work and make a good amount of money. But if you guys did want to check out tactical arbitrage, you can use code FIELDS or click the link down below for a longer free trial, and then if you want to, cancel it after the 9-day free trial. So that's pretty much it as far as taking your business from 0 to 5,000 to 10,000 and then beyond. I think that this is kind of a good little roadmap for you guys to follow if you're wanting to start out an OA. Maybe you're somewhere along the roadmap. Let me know down below where you are in this process. If you want to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hopefully I've helped out your business in this video. If you could help out mine by hitting that button, that would be super awesome. I would really appreciate that. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to drop those down below. And I will once again mention our completely free Discord also down below. Awesome resource for you guys. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.